Anthropic just released Claude Opus 4.7, a major new model focused on writing its own code and running tasks autonomously for long periods.
Welcome to 5-Minute AI News for Sunday, April 19th, 2026. We're breaking down that massive Claude update, plus Google's new AI that fixes code, a chip company going public, and a study on how AI might be making us worse at problem solving.
Let's start with Claude Opus 4.7. It's a big step up in agentic capabilities. On a complex coding benchmark, it showed a 13% improvement over the last version and made 1/3 fewer errors when using software tools. Its vision system also got a 3x resolution boost, scoring almost 99% on a visual acuity test.
This really points to where the industry is heading. AI agents that don't just answer questions, but actively complete complex, multi-step projects on their own. The model can even verify its own outputs, which is a huge step toward reliability. It feels less like a chatbot and more like an autonomous worker.
Speaking of code, Google AI released a tool called Auto-Diagnose. It's an LLM that reads thousands of lines of test logs to find the root cause of failures in seconds. It's using Gemini 2.5 Flash with pure prompt engineering, no special fine-tuning.
And it's incredibly effective. In an evaluation, it was correct over 90% of the time. For developers, this is huge. Diagnosing these failures is a top complaint at Google and can take hours or days. This automates one of the most frustrating parts of the job.
On a related note, while Anthropic is pushing forward, its high-end security model, Claude Mythos, is facing some challenges. 2 new studies suggest that smaller, open-source models can actually replicate most of its vaunted vulnerability-finding capabilities.
That's fascinating. It suggests the gap between proprietary frontier models and open-source alternatives might be closer than we think, at least in specialized areas like cybersecurity. It questions the idea that only the biggest models can do the most advanced work.
Now for some major business news. The AI chip startup Cerebras has officially filed for an IPO. This comes right after they announced a deal to integrate their chips into AWS data centers and a reported $10 billion deal with OpenAI.
It's a massive move that signals strong investor confidence in specialized AI hardware. The demand for AI infrastructure is clearly big enough to support major players beyond the usual GPU giants. This is a company to watch.
The funding market is also white-hot. A startup called Recursive Superintelligence has raised at least $500 million just 4 months after it was founded, hitting a $4 billion valuation. It was started by former researchers from Google DeepMind and OpenAI.
Those numbers are staggering. It shows just how intense the investor appetite is for anything related to self-improving AI and the talent coming out of top labs. That level of funding so early on is almost unheard of.
In the enterprise world, Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff made a bold prediction, saying that for AI agents, APIs are the new user interface. He announced they are opening their entire platform so AI agents can interact with it directly, potentially making browsers obsolete for many tasks.
That lines up with what others like Sam Altman have predicted. The future isn't about us clicking through menus, but about AI agents using APIs to get work done for us in the background. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about software interaction.
But this rapid progress has a potential downside. A new US-UK study found that using an AI assistant for just 10 to 15 minutes can measurably weaken a person's problem-solving skills and persistence on subsequent tasks done without AI.
It's a cautionary tale about over-reliance. As we offload more of our thinking to these tools, we risk letting our own cognitive muscles atrophy. It raises important questions about balancing AI assistance with maintaining our own critical thinking abilities.
On the application front, AWS announced the general availability of its DevOps agent. It's a generative AI assistant that helps engineers troubleshoot issues and automate operational tasks, basically an AI partner for keeping cloud services running.
And in the physical world, Tesla has expanded its robotaxi service to Dallas and Houston. This follows their launch in Austin and the removal of safety drivers earlier this year. It's another sign that autonomous AI services are slowly but surely scaling up.
Finally, all of this progress could hit a major bottleneck. A global shortage of DRAM or RAM is expected to last for years. Projections show manufacturers might only meet 60% of demand by the end of 2027.
And that's critical. AI models are incredibly memory hungry. This shortage could slow down development, drive up hardware costs, and become a real constraint on the entire industry's growth. It's the invisible infrastructure that powers everything we just talked about.
Absolutely. That RAM shortage is definitely the story to keep an eye on, as it impacts everything from model training to the cost of your next computer.
That's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, and leave us a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It really helps other people find the news. Thanks for listening to 5-Minute AI News.
Have a great day.